like a boss.
Alright, so one of my loyal Patreon supporters asked me, what are some signs that a guy is falling in love with you? What are some signs that a guy is becoming emotionally attached, right? It doesn't mean love, but it just means that it's because he's becoming attached. The glue is already there, and now you just got to give it time until the glue hardens, right? So I'm gonna be answering this question in this video. Now, mind you, my name is Alex, and I'm a dating coach for women, and I help you women get the guy that you want under any means necessary. Like good tactics or dark tactics, we don't give a fuck. We're here for the results. So let's get started. So before we begin with the three things, let's first get this understanding, right? One, it's all based on contrast, right? You gotta first know, how does he behave in the beginning of the relationship? Because some people have this unhealthy attachment style wherein they are the type of person that gets attached fast. That's not healthy. Somebody cannot be loving you in the first week. Like, if a guy's already falling in love with you within the first week, don't be thinking you're this lovable, okay? Do not think you're this lovable. You may most likely look at his past relationship, ask him if his ex dumped him or whatever. The point is, it is not healthy to be falling in love with a random person in the first week. That might be a sign that he might be doing some transference. What's that called? I think it's called transference, I believe. When one emotion for one person transfers over to the other person, right? And you think you love them, but in reality, you're just not over the other person, right? So that might be one of the things, or it might be one of those traumatic things where something traumatic happened in their lives, and so they need somebody to love them to make it feel good, right? Or they're just having an super anxious attachment style where that is not healthy, right? So that's the first thing, right? It's all about contrast. The second thing is that if he's falling in love too fast within a month, if you're noticing that he's trying to advance things up too fast, that is not the sign that he's becoming emotionally attached to you. Yeah, he is liking you, don't get me wrong, but it is not based on your interaction with him. It has nothing to do with how he's reacting to this whole dynamic. It's more to do with the past. For somebody to really fall in love with you, they need to interact with you, not with their fantasies. Because if he falls in love with you because of his fantasies of trying to be happy, he's gonna eventually back away. You're gonna notice some red flags. You're gonna notice some skeletons in his closet. It is not healthy to fall in love too fast, all right? So with that being said, let's begin this. Alright, so the first sign that this dude is getting attached to you is that he's getting jealous. Simple as that. Now, mind you, it all depends on the baseline of how things started. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I always tell you guys, and look, a lot of you guys don't agree with me, and it's okay, but I always recommend you never start off with the mentality, let's get into a relationship, unless you're religious and unless that's part of your culture. Always start off as, let's just see other people in the meanwhile and get to know each other, right? The reason why you're saying this is to set it up. Because then, after like a month and a half or 2 months or 3 months, you mention another dude, right? You say, and he might even say, so are you seeing other guys? And you say, well, this dude took me out, it wasn't nothing. Never say sex, just say he took me out, nothing happened. You see what I'm saying? Just say he took me out and nothing happened. And what's gonna happen is that he's gonna get jealous. You're gonna notice in his face, he might get like this, he might get turned off. Not turned off in terms of he doesn't want to see you no more, but sad in terms of, aww. Now, another thing that's very similar to this is that he gets offended easily. It's like he all of a sudden becomes more sensitive. I remember one time this girl said to me, yeah, you know, like I would introduce, she talked about how she introduces guys, but she kind of insinuated that she wouldn't introduce me to her friends. I don't know why, but she said that. Fuck, bitch. Sorry. And then I was like, I remember I felt offended. I was like, oh, okay, all right, fuck it, man. I really felt offended. She was like, oh, you getting offended, Alexis? And I was like, you can't be, I was like, yo, don't be saying that. I mean, you don't need to say you don't want to introduce them to your friends, just don't say it. It really got to me, right? And so those are the things you'll notice. He's emotional, right? He's easily jealous, he gets jealous with you, and he gets offended, right? And now mind you, be careful with the obsessive jealous people. People who are obsessively jealous, be very careful with them. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about people who are possessive with you. I'm just talking about that he just gets a little bit more jealous now. You see? He'll ask you about who you seem. Like not in terms of trying to control your life, but in terms of like just trying to figure out if you're seeing anybody. All right? So let's talk about the second step. Okay, so the next sign that he's starting to get emotionally attached to you is that he's asking to spend time with you. Not just spending time with you to have sex or as a date, but just to spend time with you doing innocuous tasks. I remember I was seeing a girl and she asked me to hang out, and she would tell me to hang out with her as she was doing homework, as she was cooking and whatever the hell she was doing. The point is that when a guy asks you out to do things with him, to go to the park with him, to do non-sexual things like let's do homework together, let's do work together, and he asks you to hang out and you guys are watching TV together, you guys spending the day together, that's a sign that he's developing emotions for you. And that happens to me. It's a natural progression of a relationship. You'll naturally want to spend time with them outside of sex, because it's emotional. It's an emotional thing. It's not a sexual thing. But if you're noticing that he's only asking you to hang out, to have sex, to go drinking, to go smoking, to do things that doesn't require quiet time with each other, like anything that's in the way between a human to human connection is not good. What I'm talking about is when you guys just spend time together. When he asks you to come over and just talk. When he asks you, when he invites you to do his errands with him. When you ask him to hang out to do something randomly or innocuous and he says yes. So those are the signs that I want you to look for. And let's talk about the third sign. The next sign is one that you ladies could relate to, because I know you guys be giving this creepy ass look. And that's when he begins to look at you differently. He gives you this different look. The look is more relaxed, right? The look is, his mouth is more open. He's just like looking at you. You'll notice that he just looks at you completely different, right? And he treats you with more warmth. There's more, how can I say, he treats you with more gentleness, right? He cares about your emotions. He asks you how you feel. Now, mind you, this is all based on how he started. This is always based on how they started, guys, okay? This is all based on contrast, right? But generally speaking, when a guy's falling in love with you, he just gives you those looks. Then they're just different, and he'll caress you. You'll notice that he's caressing you more. Now, mind you, if he didn't caress you at first, you'll just notice this. It'll happen a lot more often, right? He'll caress you more. He'll want to be more closer to you, and his dick won't be hard all the time, right? Because that's important. Because if he has you close to you and his dick is hard, we all know why you're close, right? But over time, you'll notice that they'll give you a different look. And this is what happens when you fall in love with somebody. You'll catch him looking at you randomly, right? And he's just giving you a look, not the look of a hound dog, but the look of somebody who loves somebody. And those are three general signs, right? Just giving you those kind of looks, right?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're going to be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one would teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship. And this, a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.